Good evening, everybody. It's February 18th. I had a few days where I had to take care of some family business. I'm back. Today, we're going to look at some electrical discharge phenomenon in Hawaii and other places, and more sub photos and just updates in general. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you want to send me a photo, send it to olson.stevend@gmail.com. I am trying to look at everything I can, testimonies too, and of course, pray for me. So let's get started today by taking a look at this Tattoo Nancy out of Hawaii. She sent this video, or she put this video up and sent me a link, but basically check out what the sun is doing in Hawaii. Watch the electrical discharges that are happening. And there's sound here, but I just keep it off right now, but it goes like kind of in the background. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm completely overwhelmed. Now, we would expect electrical discharges as these planets and bodies grow closer and different, from each of the bodies actually with the electrical differences of potential and so forth. So this is something we would, kind of expect to see. But is that not just unbelievable? These like coming off the sun in Hawaii. So go take a look at that one. I've got the link below. So let's go on to the next thing. This was actually covered on Chris Potter's webpage, but this is from Severe Weather Europe. And what we've got here are some very strange light beams coming down from heaven, really. And again, we would expect to see these types of phenomenon as the planets interact with each other. So this is something we might be considering as part of the phenomenon from the Planet X system. But again, you notice there are multiple colors, and they're in the general color band of the yellow, green, blue, and red that we see of the Nibiru system phenomenon. But thanks, Chris Potter, for pointing this out, and also some other folks that had pointed that out. Here's a story that you may have seen, but it's this strange force sweeps over North America, and basically, just to kind of pick up the first part of this, what they've done, what they have is this thing called the GOES satellite. It goes up and it actually looks at the chemical composition of our atmosphere. And go check this video out. I highly recommend it. What it does is it basically shows that we're being attacked by an iron oxide cloud since 2014. So go take a look at that. Again, link below. Next thing I wanted to bring up was Harrison Township. This is news from Michigan, where we're actually seeing this gunk coming from the sky, this black gunk. We also saw this happening in Australia earlier in the year, and what I theorize that's the constituting iron oxide falling from the sky in the form of mud. So we will be seeing a lot of dust, in my opinion, and we'll probably be seeing a lot of this kind of thing coming up in the future, where we'll see this dust on our cars and blots from rain and so forth. The next video I wanted to point out from my friend Teresa Caldwell. We've been partnering for a long time, but she goes out and does her own studies in her own backyard and does some really cool work. I want you to go check out Teresa's site. But she actually captured a massive planet in the west just from her backyard in Arizona. Go check it out. Now I want to take us to the webcams in Mexico. Basically, these are the ones we've been looking at the last couple of days. Here are the more current images. This is the one in Leon again, and I go there every day to see if this is a repeating phenomenon. And you've seen this before, but again, I wanted to show you. Here it is again. The same phenomenon is showing up, and we're seeing that get a little brighter, I would say. Same thing in this one is an interesting little play here. This one is where in the heck is this one? Can't remember, but you'll get the link below. But check this out. See this object right here, or whatever this is in the background, just stationary? Check it out. So the sun goes by it, like, okay, no big deal, right? And then it just keeps going. And then as the sun goes below it, there it is again. Unbelievable. It was there before the sun went down. See? And after the sun went across it. So it's the sun passing in front of this object. This is my spot in, I believe, Leon. Oh, this is our panorama over that one city in Monterey. But check this out. See, there's that familiar lens flare. There's the object itself. Check this thing out, man. It goes up, 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 and you can really see it start to, to express itself. And I took a close-up look at it in a little bit. But again, that's a multicolored object in the sky, direct view from Mexico. And again, this is just another, again, the webcams in Mexico give us a lot of good imagery, and so I like to refer to them a lot, but I don't rely on just them, right? But again, here's that lens flare that we see commonly associated and so forth. But what was most interesting about this is how many frames they blocked on it. Let's go to Davis now and check out what we see down there. The best image we got was from 16 February. The rest of it's kind of junky because of the clouds, but we got a good clear view on the 16th. Check this out. We've got the red orb. This is what we're probably seeing from Leon, or this. And then here's the cloud objects, and the other objects are starting to become more visible. And then you'll see the triangle appear again. And again, if you haven't seen this yet, it's getting bigger. So now it used to be just this little triangle. Now they're building a bigger piece of triangle here. At least that's what I think. And then we see also the objects pretty clearly up in the Davis Skycam. So check that out when you get a chance. But again, all those objects are visible from the South Pole. All right, let's go to just a few things I was just looking at just now. These are the Skycams out in Trenton, and again, we're getting this when the moon is out, we're getting this strange refraction. Take a look. It's kind of weird in the United States, North America. I expect to see more as the sun moves further up the hemisphere. And then again, here's our striking footage from. Go check out these all sky cameras again in the evening time in Australia, and you'll get to see this phenomenon for yourself. And folks, if you want to send me all Skycam footage, just send me like the frames of it or whatever, and then I'll take a look at it and then post it if it works good. All right. From there, I want to take a look at our viewer photos, and again, starting with that blow up of that thing that we saw in Leon. Unbelievable. It is definitely the object. I believe that is the star. Just today, images from the ISS, and we're starting to see the cloud now form along with the objects starting to come closer. Again, here's those sundogs. Again, I don't believe it for a minute those are sundogs. I believe that they're trying to cover something up. Interesting little insight I got from a viewer that we actually have unedited NASA footage, and this is actually an IRAS scar survey. This is where they actually show the dragon, the red dragon. And I'll put a link below so you can go play with that tool. This is red clouds from Texas. Again, just showing the iron oxide clouds. It's important because it's one of the phenomenon that we can all see, right? And observe. This is interesting because this, normally if you see a flare, you put your thumb up in front of the sun, it disappears. But this one's reflecting in the sun, so I don't think that's a sun flare. This is excellent. This is from one of the South American stations, and we have a clear view of something in the sky right there. Not a lens flare. See, it's just showing faintly through the clouds. That's the same phenomenon that we're seeing from the other places too. Here's a picture of that weird green planet that we got. I think they got this from New Jersey somewhere. More Skycam footage. Again, showing this is more like orbular. You can actually start to see an orb. And then here's one where they actually got a picture of some kind of object behind that little thing. So now we're starting to see, like when we see those sundogs, some folks are able to get actually a picture of a planet. I want to take a look at the earthquake report. We had 97 earthquakes today, 607 in the last 7 days, 3,500. So, right now the earthquakes are going up, and it's because the system is approaching. Here's that little note that I got on the winged planet from Google Sky. So basically they went on, NASA using the optical scope and then, moved. But anyway, he thought it was a bunch of tinfoil hat people, and instead he went and he found it, and he actually found the winged planet by using this stuff. Take a look at this. Check it out. Then we've got the black box that shows up on Google Sky again that's trying to obfuscate this stuff. So take a look at the links. Again, it's just evidence that's coming in from everywhere. It's just interesting as heck. Another quick photo from the space station, but again, showing some activity going on. Again, live, almost live. This is planets from the space station blown up and looked at a little bit closer, where you can actually see the objects and some like rings around one of the objects. Just unbelievable stuff, man, guys. And here's one where you can see a progression of photos. And you can actually see this object here, this countervailing object against the sun. And again, the evidence just keeps pouring in, pouring in, pouring in. Here's that image from NASA where we actually saw the winged planet on one of the sky surveys. So I'm going to try to share as much of this stuff as I can. I mean, it's a lot to go through, but I just wanted you all to know something, that this stuff is real. There is a system, a solar system approaching our solar system. It's already interacting in our solar system. It's causing earthquakes. It's causing electrical discharges. It's causing red dust in our atmosphere. It's causing all kinds of noises in the sky. It's causing weird rain. It's causing all kinds of problems across the world. And I will say that anything that's being done around world events right now is a distraction from this. So what do you do with it, right? What do you do with all this information? Well, again, am I trying to scare you with this? No. What I'm trying to do is inform you. Because you want to be scared, wake up some morning and see a planet in your sky and not know what was coming. That's fear, brother. At least I'm going to prepare you for it. And the second thing that you need to be prepared for is the coming of Jesus Christ. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to leave you with these words that his door is wide open to you right now. The door of grace is still open. Please, please, please come through it and give your life to the Lord right now, man. That's my message for you today. Hope you have a wonderful one. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.